Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. I swear this part will be longer than the last one. It was short on purpose. So, this time we're going to be starting an Opera of Fear, episode 1.
Actually, it's Oprah.
Getting inside a world-class vault would take a team of world-class thieves. A group of specialists, each member contributing their own particular talent. It was clear that we needed Murray back. Not only was I missing a lifelong friend, but his brute strength helped get us out of more than a few scrapes in the past. When Bentley was injured during the whole Clockwork affair, Murray blamed himself, eventually leaving the team. We tried to console him, but going out on his own was something he needed to do. He said he wanted to find his spiritual center. We got word that Murray ended up in the Australian outback, where he studied a mystic art called the Dreamtime from an Aboriginal guru. From all accounts, things went pretty well, and his teacher even sent him on a walkabout to locations all over the globe to complete the training. Latest reports have cited Murray in beautiful Venice, Italy, but what he's doing there is a mystery. I just hope he steers clear of the local mob boss, Octavio. Growing up, this guy used to be a real celebrity in the neighborhood. Everyone loved to hear him sing opera, and said he was destined to be the next great tenor. But just as his career started to take off, musical tastes changed. Suddenly, it was all about rock music, and no one wanted to listen to opera anymore. He held on to a few fans, and it was these mobsters that took him into the business. Heading onto this guy's turf was dangerous, but worth it for a chance to make things right with Murray.
Alright, Thing here's again. Hello, welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
We're going after Murray, who became a spirit guru's apprentice. To take on an opera mob boss.
He's on a
I just want to say, I love that as a concept. I think it's hilarious in the best way possible.
Just so everybody knows, I have not played this game yet.
To be fair, he has played part of it. I know you said you at least finished chapter 1, so...
You know I finished chapter 1. I sent you a picture.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know you at least did that much.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you know about how magical this chapter is.
We're not going to get the entire chapter done in...
Oh no, definitely not.
They're substantially longer. Even the first chapter, which you'd expect to be a shorter one, maybe it is considerably shorter than the other ones.
I think it's about even for all of them. Like, yeah, you can go into the event. Yes, they still haven't fixed the stupid bug. Same collection. Neither of these are super useful items. Like, the smoke bomb was great in Sly 2. It's not quite as useful in this game, but it is still probably worth buying.
You're a liar. The smoke bomb is amazing here. Because you could just drop 2 in a row and run around a corner, and generally they just forget you exist.
I mean, that is a thing. The thing is, there's power-ups you get later in the game that make it completely obsolete.
Oh, okay. Well, for the early on, I would say it's pretty good.
And then the alarm clock is straight up worthless, especially on Bentley. I don't know why they gave the alarm clock to Bentley.
Yeah.
You can just use the sleep darts, and they do the exact same thing, but better.
You don't get the sleep darts necessarily, do you?
You have them to start with. I mean,
Oh,
okay, maybe not to start with because I can't use Bentley yet, but...
Yeah, I use, I just hit them. I just hit people.
Also, I don't have to use the Nakicom anymore to see the name of the missions, which is really nice. You just click the button and that's it. Police HQ.
Unfortunately, they don't really fix the problem in which, like, sometimes it appears really high up in the air and other times it doesn't.
It's better here, but it's still there.
Yeah, exactly. It's better, but there's still a noticeable issue.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like if you were trying to click the button in 10 times, you'd probably get at least like 3 or 4 of them where it's going sky high.
Yep.
But that's still better in Slide 2 where it'd be like 7 or 8.
So there's a lot of missions here. So I think I don't remember if you mentioned this or not. You probably did in the first part because I know
I
you
mentioned
mentioned it to me. But I don't know if
it would be generally longer.
No,
Also, get ready for
I
best
meant, like,
character.
Is that you?
Told you can be excited.
Oh, in the original game, he's completely blacked out here still. I think.
Yeah, they had bugs with the coloring. You might have noticed that if you go back to part 1 too, where some of the people's clearly supposed to be silhouettes, but you can see them. I tried to block it out in the footage.
They're supposed to be blacked out because I don't know who any of the people are in the intro segment, because they're supposed to intentionally silhouette them out because, as you can tell, we're learning about how the situation in the prologue happens.
Yeah, so this is a gimmick for Slide 3. Basically, you go through the thought process of how to convince them. But there's 0 penalty for choosing wrong, so I'm going to choose all the wrong answers first.
I didn't even know there was wrong answers. What's the right answer here? Tell me what the right answer is.
Cutting a deal is correct, I think.
Okay.
Because
That's what I did.
Yeah, so
Rat me out to those
I'll
cops
threaten
and
him.
I'll get thrown in there with you. It'll be a heck of a cage match, and we both know who will win. Or did you forget Paris?
Worth it to see your smug face behind the bars.
yeah, then you just go through the other
What's that
stuff.
generous
Now I'm going to
nature
flatter
you're
him.
so famous for.
Because yes,
feel like
in some of the
flattery
later
is
chapters, you straight up don't even
situations.
get the correct answer at first, so you have to pick wrong
With
answers.
the payback and
Oh.
the sex appeal. Got that out?
And the sex appeal. Oh God.
See, he's amazing.
Oh, just that
I love Dimitri.
If those cops get their mitts on me, who's gonna break you?
Well,
out of
now I'll know to choose whatever I think is objectively wrong in the situation. So I want to see what he says.
That being said, there's one in Chapter 3 you're probably never going to guess is the correct one. Like, you'll probably love it, but... He's right, it'll be tough getting him out here. Need a plan. Such as, disguise as both as police op, and then walk out, distract the cops, so you can get away and take him with me up the air vent. Distract is the correct
Distract-
answer.
Yeah, distract is the correct answer. 'cause
Okay,
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
say,
did, so.
take him up with the
We're
air
down
vent.
here through an air vent. We can both use it to escape.
I can't fit in no vent. You spy my microphone. I'm packing too much sexy muscle to fit in vent. like stick dudes.
I love these wrong answers so much. You see why I'm doing these
Oh, yeah.
now?
I'll steal a couple of pieces.
Oh, yeah.
We'll suit up and then just walk out the front door.
Come on, man. I'm a fashion all-star. No way, no how I'm dressing up in polyester pig suit. Something's worse than jail.
Ooh, they even call them pig suits here.
Yeah.
Nice. Makes
How about I
sense.
get the cops' attention, then
This
right
is-
I wish the cops were
Once
literally
they're all
pigs. Like,
outside,
they should have
you
done it that way.
You can slip out no problem.
No,
That's
a
not even on the
plan I can
nose
get
anymore,
behind.
though.
Dimitri is
It's
free.
not, but
Cooper
come
is
on.
cooked. Key for
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it personally,
Okay,
but
great.
I
This
feel
is
like a
not
lot
going
of
to be a
people
problem.
would be
I should be able to crack
a
it
bit
by
more
hand.
offended.
Get me out of here, and I'll find Murray. No sweat.
You know, I don't think so
Keep
highly
it
of
down
police
low. I got a
officers
sight
if that
with
is
them
apparent.
coppers, bro. They're a bad bunch of bunnies.
Your attention, police.
Shame after this little thing that happens, he doesn't come back, at least not at the point that I'm at, so.
He shows up here and there throughout the game. It's not like he
So-
goes away entirely.
But he just kind of disappears after this, like, he
I wish
doesn't
you could
even
sit here and watch this whole thing, too.
Yeah, they repeat it. Also, Carmelita has a different voice. You mentioned this in the
Yeah, I mentioned in Slide 2, not only does she change voice actors every game, she also changes accents.
Yeah.
First game she was French, second game she's American, this game she's Italian.
This is probably my favorite accent of hers.
Yeah, I think Slide 1, the accent worked, it's just the actress they got didn't really pull it off well. This game, I think, has a good balance of both.
You get
Slide 2, like, the voice was really good, it's just the accent didn't fit her.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
you boys like things redundant, so I'm going to keep
I do actually quite like her. This, like, again, I do think
Then
this
I know we
probably-
haven't gone to it yet. Sly 4, like the accent's not bad. I just have so much baggage of Sly 4.
What's what accent did they give her in
They gave her a Latino accent.
Dimitri sell and free him.
Oh, okay.
If he's true to his word, we'll be talking to Murray in no time.
Let's get
That
back
has
to
that,
business.
that has to be
Now,
like a running gag.
where was I?
I
There's
feel
no
like by
way.
the fourth, I feel like it might have been a coincidence at this point, but by Sly 4, no, it was
It'll
absolutely a
calm
gag.
down in a few minutes.
Better make sure you're under a desk when the lights come back on.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned there was in when emulating the game there were some weird graphical problems. I think you said, right?
Yeah, I had some really big issues when I tried emulating the game.
Yeah. So far nothing seems to be like there seems to be nothing that I can tell you that was clearly an issue that I had. Except for the health bars, there was this really weird bug happening with them that I probably could fix, and I just don't know how
I
to.
didn't have any issues with the health bar, funny enough. But I just had like
It's-
the game where
yeah,
I just set
the-
to software which makes it look like garbage, or it would have all sorts of garbage on the textures.
Yeah, the gadget bar, so the orange bar, is like it bleeds onto the.
Yeah, alright, so this is a game for Sly 3, basically just twisting elastic around. It's a replacement for the vault system of sorts.
This safe will be tough to crack, but I've seen you.
You're supposed to wait for vibrations, or you can just wait till for that prompt to pop up.
Yeah.
You did that way faster than me. I was way too.
I know how to do these, at least these first few. Like, Chapter 2 has a few, and I think they're way harder.
I was
That's probably
super
part of it
slow
too.
I was really scared that I would like screw something up.
Rialto Bridge, big Italian landmark.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really
Guess it's
weird.
showtime.
He gets Murray here, but he like just doesn't come back. It's really weird.
He
Like
just
he
runs
doesn't
away for a
even
while.
like say, "Here's Murray, goodbye."
Super.
Huh?
Grab him, man.
He just runs away.
And I'm
Yeah,
out.
but he doesn't even like say, "Oh, here's Murray. I did my job. Now screw off" or something. Like he doesn't do that. Like that's what I figured he was gonna do. But no, Murray just appears and then Dimitri doesn't.
Dimitri
appear.
does his job, and he does it right away. It's kind of
Yeah.
impressive, actually.
It's just a little weird to me because I figured that he would have been like, "Here,
I was
here's
concerned we were
here you
growing
go.
apart.
Job's done. Leave me alone."
and
And then he would have disappeared, but no, he just disappears for the rest of this chapter at this point. We're not
Yeah.
gonna see him again,
No.
She grew up
He doesn't even
and
get
stopped
referenced
taking
again.
money from guys like you.
unfortunately.
Guys like me.
Yeah, I know. I wish he was just in every chapter. Instead of Sly 5, we should have Dimitri.
Right now.
Give us that game.
Yeah, just call it Dimitri.
I'd buy it.
Or maybe just put Sly in the title just so people know.
Yeah, maybe that.
But like, yeah, beyond that, no.
You can't keep running for the rest of your life.
Because I feel like some people might not catch on. So, at least not initially.
Maybe.
So they make you run away from Carmelita because they have to.
Well, of course, they have to do it once in a while.
One thing I have to admit that I am honestly complete. Oh, this is really funny. Carmelita's just gonna be shooting Murray, and it's. Oh,
Yeah,
never
they
mind.
just keep
Oh,
it
there we
going.
go. Yep. She just shoots at him and like head on, and it's really funny.
Doers like the rat you are.
So one thing that I'm actually really happy they did, surprisingly, or at least this might surprise you that I'm happy they did this. They don't even make it remotely subtle that Sly likes her and vice versa.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
actually-
like it was pretty obvious if you played the other games, but
Yeah, it was super
it's a
obvious. but they
little
don't
more
make-
subtle in the second game. A little more.
Yeah, they don't make it subtle at all here. Literally, Bentley is just like, "Oh yeah, also you like it. We get it."
I mean,
even
at the risk of
says, like, yeah,
spoilers, they kind of have to, considering the ending.
You sure he didn't tell you to get
Oh, yeah, they get
lost
married.
and not come back
Of
until
course,
you
of
cleaned out the
course.
water filter?
at least probably.
Sorry. Tell me everything. I've missed you, pal.
I feel like Carmelita would be able to actually get him if she honestly gave enough of a damn.
Basically, yeah. Alright, job's
She always
done.
acts like it. Woo!
Murray refuses to join the gang until the commitment to his guru has been fulfilled. Whether we like it or not, we've got to deal with Venice's tar problems in order to, as Murray puts it, make the black water run pure. Thanks to Inspector Fox's fine detective work, we already know that Don Octavio is somehow connected. As non-law operatives, we'll be able to tackle the situation in a more head-on fashion. First, we break into Octavio's opera house. If he's hiding anything, we'll find him. We should also keep a close eye on the dog. Some photographic evidence of him connected to the tar might be enough to get the old mobster put away. Of course, meanwhile, I'll monitor local communication frequencies. With some luck, we might pick up some quality intel.
Where's his line?
Alright, so what was you gonna say? Oh, new challenges
no.
in the hazard room. No, I'm gonna do all the remaining hazard room stuff probably on its own stray video. I don't need it now.
Okay. I was wondering if you were gonna do that or not.
I will,
so I was
just
gonna
not now.
I was
There's
going to
nothing
say, this game, for lack of a better description, this game is much more Grand Theft Auto-y in design
Find these.
than the other two games. First game doesn't really count.
I mean, no, the first thing is a 3D platformer through and through.
Yes. But this game is a bit more GTA-ish. Because they got rid of the clue bottles, there's no need to investigate, and the like collectibles that you'd bring back to the what's it called? Whoop.
But yeah, so this is another thing they added. Everybody can pickpocket now, not just Sly. Thank you for that.
Yep, I'm glad they did that too. But no, they I didn't even know you could sleep dart them. I honestly just, as Bentley, you can kind of just run past. But now that I know
Bentley's
this,
kind of overpowered, as you're gonna find out.
This will be much more convenient for me to do. And you don't sell things anymore. We're gonna learn. in a
Yeah,
second.
nope. It just tells you how much money you get, and it's automatically added. Thank you for doing that. It wasn't a huge deal in Sly 2, but it's just a nice convenience little thing.
Honestly,
so.
it's not a deal, and it's not really an issue in Sly 2 at all, because if you're going to be getting your abilities
Hey, Sly,
any
you
or
better
new
get on
abilities and stuff
my
anyways.
Yeah, no, it's a little thing. It's just something to save some time.
Yeah.
To take out Carmelita.
The Blue Vipers? Those guys are
But
nasty.
yeah, this game is much more
Gotta get to
GTA.
them
There's
before
nothing
they
to.
get her.
There's literally nothing around the overworld to get. You're kind of just like, all right, just go from mission to
Just
mission.
make sure to have one of
I mean,
those
I would
vipers
argue,
on
though,
by the
this
time I
game
get
feels more like it's trying to have more platforming in it than Sly 2 did. I saw that pop in, nice. Sly just fell into
I
existence.
Just in time.
Agree.
I'll shoot.
With you
You drive,
there.
Sly.
But I just mean like by design in
Nice.
in the
You can
sense.
see Sly just sitting there.
I meant like by design though, in the sense of what's it called?
Make sure to jump, leave, or we're sunk.
How it's this is a very mission based game and stuff like that. That's
Oh,
what I meant.
absolutely. I mean, Sly 2 was as well, but they did get rid of some incentive to explore the area. Like, they got rid of the treasure, they got rid of the clue bottles,
Yep.
and
It's
there's
literally-
not really much to replace it.
But they replaced that with more missions and therefore more wittier dialogue and stuff.
Of course. Also, way more hilarious dialogue, as we are going to find out in this chapter. If you haven't already gotten the clue from Dimitri.
I actually wasn't completely sold on this game at the start. I'll be honest. I thought I was potentially not gonna enjoy it too much, but then I started getting real hooked into it after a few missions. So,
I mean, for what it's worth, back in the day, I remember there was a lot of Sly 2 purists that really didn't like the third game. So you might have been to one of those camps back then. You don't really see those people nowadays, but I think
Actually,
part of
if
that's
I
probably
was
just
a
because
kid.
Sly 4 exists. All the people that hated Sly 3 now hate Sly 4 instead.
if I was a kid, I probably would. Why aren't you shooting them?
Just because I'm trying to jump and I have a cooldown timer. That's why.
Nice shooting, Bentley.
been shooting for so long. You have to do this really fast. Oh no, you don't have to do this one really fast.
No, I don't have to do this one fast. There is the Master Thief challenge later, and that one you do have to do fast, but not this one.
There are some extra challenges. I don't know what they actually do. They do something
Nothing!
besides-
I mean, there is
Oh,
a
really?
100% completion reward. So there is that.
Way to go.
And it's amazing, by the way. You should absolutely go for it. I'm not just saying that
Oh,
because I
yeah.
want you to beat the game 100%. It is amazing.
Don't worry, I plan on it regardless.
Another uneventful patrol. This
I
city's
feel like
beautiful,
thus far the game has
but a bit
invested me enough to want to do that. So even though it's been one chapter, I don't know how many chapters are in this game.
There is 6, if I remember right. Although the last chapter isn't a full chapter, like, it doesn't have no world or anything.
Maybe
It's more
so,
linear.
but what's the fun in stealing if there's nobody trying to catch you? Besides, she's helped us out in the past.
This is what I mean, for the record.
And
But they're not even subtle about
I'll
it.
stash this boat.
See?
after you
And I got a
Yeah.
thing for her.
You stay out of trouble.
I mean, it's not like it was settled
There's-
before, but yeah.
There's also I don't know if he said it yet. There's a part where he's also like, look, it's not that often that there's there's freaking people so attractive like her, like
Police
cops that are
officer,
so
your
attractive.
average police officer isn't so attractive. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you do?
You know, given how I've acted towards how it was in the past,
Especially in the
like
first
how-
game. That was literally all you had to talk about in the first game, is how much you didn't like it.
Yeah, I guess the fact that they're being more upfront about it makes me not really that, like, it doesn't bug me nearly as much, because they're like, okay, yeah, we get it, we're going down this route.
You don't have such a treasure. Oh, that one does. Can I get up there? Trampoline somewhere.
Oh.
Up, that'll work.
I'm sorry, you can't do anything.
Stupid wheelchair.
I don't know.
There. Up, miss. Well. Oh crap. Well, they saw me. Well, this kind of makes it easier.
Also, I don't know
There it goes.
What? Oh, I don't know if this is just a me thing too, for the record. So you can chime in your opinion on this. I don't know if you can hear that point. It's extremely loud. My window
I
is.
cannot.
I'm surprised. Playing a crash machines.
Oh crap. Well, I was worried that might happen.
What? That a plane might crash? That is so loud.
And I can't hear any of it. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah. I don't know if this is just a me thing.
Oh, well,
can chime
that's a
in.
death.
I think it's pretty hard.
It gets hard, but I don't think this part is necessarily hard.
I had more issues here than I remember having at the beginning of the first.
I just barely don't have enough for the smoke bomb.
I think the smoke bomb, I guess, given what you said, it's probably good really early on. But that's, I guess, whenever you do get the things.
Here, I'm just
negate
gonna
it.
buy because I'm right here.
Yeah, I was like, I was like surprised how effective I actually thought it was. I remember it being not as effective, honestly, as like you were giving it credit for in the second game. And then this game, I thought it was going to be the same, but I realized a little trick. And I thought it wasn't that good once I used it once, but I realized the trick, if you're running, like, if you use it once and then you run in the opposite direction and immediately use it again, it's actually like really good. And then you can cry because you have to. Crying
Of
is
course.
important.
Super important. Yeah, that happens sometimes too. Just ignore it.
I didn't see it
Oh.
for 1 second. What was it? It's triangle square.
Yeah, I know. It bugged out.
Oh, okay.
That happens sometimes too. It's rare, but it does
I-
happen.
I thought I didn't have that ability for a really long time, and I was like, this is gonna be an interesting experience. That's why I also had issues early, at least early on, until I realized it was triangle square to KO them.
Which I mean that is how it worked before.
I just forgot.
Although let's talk about like the charge spin, because yeah, you don't hold down square for anymore. Now it's triangle square, because triangle now is sort of a hub for different abilities. Like you have the square one, and there's also a jump and a push, which you can buy from ThiefNet. They're not available yet, but they are available. Right into the depths.
This opera house is Octavio's base of
And yeah, I'm probably gonna be buying at least most of those, because the
Sure to be a
really
few
good ones are
clones
actually
running around in
really
there.
powerful. They're basically
What's the
insta kills.
If you could get me inside to one of Octavio's computers,
You're not allowed to
should be able hack his
instantly kill
firewall
Mayo.
and
That's
get the
it's
dirt on
illegal.
his operation.
Okay.
You're right.
Have you got a point of entry?
It's
I'm
against the
guessing the
law.
front door's not the safest option.
That wooden hatch appears to be an ideal way to slip in undetected. Head down there and we'll meet up in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
you
I believe
insist.
you. More treasure.
I mean, I believe Bentley. Bentley is the most trustworthy person in the world. Right next to Goofy.
Okay, as long as Goofy is ahead.
Name somebody more trustworthy than Goofy.
Oh, that person doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Octavio is known to rely on 3D technology to secure.
I'm surprised they actually kept this line in, considering you can't pick the option anymore.
Utilize these depth optimizer goggles.
Functional and fashionable. Nice touch.
I
Ben.
thought they got rid of it entirely. Okay, well they
probably
got
don't
rid of the
even-
option
they-
for it.
Yeah, they probably got. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They got rid of the prompt. They're gonna talk. That means they're probably gonna keep in the dialogue where they're like, "Wow, he really likes to use the 3D goggle system." or whatever.
I was kind of hoping that it would still have him wearing, because you know, if you choose yes, he actually does wear the goggles everywhere, and it looks really silly. Yeah, no, obviously they couldn't do that for this game.
3D security buttons at exactly the same time.
Look, dude, the 3D
Okay,
craze was
on
in
my
full
three.
force.
1, 2, 3. Nice.
That timing's surprisingly strict, by the way, for the countdown. Like, you wouldn't think it's that bad.
It's also really awkward because you have to press it on 3. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
exactly
1, 2,
on 3.
3, and then
Press, but no, it's on 3. To be fair, they
Yeah.
do say on 3, but
It's a little weird though. I feel like it shouldn't be like that because nobody counts down and tells you to press on 3 like that. Usually they're like, "All right," when I say go or whatever.
well, yeah, no, like if we were doing our countdowns for beginning parts, it'd be like if we started on 1 instead of after.
Yeah, it's just weird. But once you get the timing down, it's not that big of an issue. Like once you get
Yeah.
that, you're like,
Drat, my booster won't be enough to make it to that next door. I've made a number of improvements to my wheelchair, but none that can float me through this canal.
Now you have to
Don't worry about it,
listen
Pop. I'm sure I'll find a
to
way across. And there seem to be
what's his
plenty of
name's
boats hanging
dialogue.
around to make
That's
a
a
nice
little
bridge
bit
for you.
later.
Okay, I'll wait for your
Octavio?
second.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I wouldn't dare cut it off anything he says.
his name is Octavio. You get it because like an octave.
Yep,
It's,
here it
it's
is.
you know, a part of me is like, Mayo. I feel like a part of me is you wouldn't freaking catch that immediately. Gosh, okay. No, not this dialogue. There's dialogue a little later, where he's actually like standing around talking to people.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, where you have to just chill in the vent if you want to like hear everything he says. Suffice to say, it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. I love Octavio. I like most of the villains in this game for some reason or another. They say for different reasons.
I mean, I don't remember the second game really having any dud villains.
I mean, not like I don't think any of them were bad. Like, I guess some of them weren't quite as interesting. Like, put Dimitri up against anyone and they're gonna look bad. But
Yeah, Dimitri is the best. He's my favorite. He's Mayo's favorite.
he's everyone's favorite.
No, I hate him.
You monster. No, there's a reason why Dimitri came back in this game and none of the others did.
Because Dimitri's awesome.
That door
Of course.
ahead of you is reinforced.
Not as awesome as you, though, Mayo.
Thanks for the assist, Sly. Maybe I can return the favor with some well-placed explosives.
I didn't even know, because I didn't play Bentley first, I didn't even know he could jump at all. For some reason, I didn't think he would be able to jump.
Thanks, pal.
So, when I did this first and I saw him jump, I was so confused. I was like, what the?
I mean, honestly, it's a fair assumption to make. Anything in here to break? No. Okay, so yeah, this is the area you were talking about, right?
This door is made
Yeah,
of
there's going to be a
4-inch
little vent
thick
you have to go into,
bulletproof
and you can
plexiglass.
just watch,
My
or
bombs
rather,
won't
listen
make
to
a dent.
Octavio.
See if you
Just
can
go
find
off
a
and
way
do
Yeah,
his
there he
his
is.
through
thing.
that ventilation shaft.
Well, nice of you two to stop by for a little
He has a
fun.
surprising amount of dialogue here.
Julius made a run for it, and the curtain fell. Now, normally I'd whack both of you, but it's a carnival.
Also,
and I'm
could you
a
re-screen share to me? I don't know if you can use this, but I have this like huge OBS gray borders.
Yeah, he stopped talking, by the way. He didn't actually have that much.
Oh, dude, he had a lot for me.
Like, that's it. He's done.
Maybe when
Oh, no, there he goes. He's saying
Yeah,
more. You
there's-
have to move.
Gonna be my new eyes and ears. I can't let no one get near my demolition switch or sabotage any
Sounds
part
like
of the
it's
operation down here. If you hear any noise from inside of the family that someone's not content, then you'll tell me straight out. I can't be taking no chances this close to a short time.
Oh, no, and he's leaving. Okay, that's it.
It's more dialogue than I honestly anticipated him to have, so for
Yeah,
such a
fair.
small little section. You gotta lose it to the music.
Thanks,
Da 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 da
judging
da.
from the security, we must be getting close.
He
It's
was an
we
opera
just,
singer after all.
Just heard him talking. Of course we're close. You're going to just get some coins out of this. I was kind of hoping there'd be a health item too, but no luck.
There's a health item, it's called existing.
The ultimate health item. Bentley, are you
Quite
feeling
literally
okay?
the ultimate health item.
Bentley? Bentley?
I've never seen this before.
I'm pretty sure this is the PS3 bug.
Well, you got a thumbnail.
Oh, absolutely I do. Oh, this is fantastic. We're only 2 parts in, and we're already getting stuff like this.
Beautiful. I wouldn't ask for anything more,
This
anything
door
less.
is made of 4-inch thick bulletproof plexiglass. My bombs won't make a dent. See
Rushed
if
it
you can
this
find a
time.
way around it through that
Maybe
ventilation
next time,
shaft.
don't die.
Yeah.
You have
What am I
one
helping
job,
anyway?
Mayo. It's called living.
Thanks, pal. Judging from the security, we must be getting close.
I kind of
Oh,
wish he
thanks
was
for the
just
patience.
composing now
I wish he was still falling.
while moving. If Mayo falls, then I falls. If Mayo is a chicken tender, then I'm a blickin' blender.
Yes, that makes sense.
It makes sense somewhere in the world.
Of
I don't
course.
know. I'm a
Synchronized
connoisseur
watches, and
of chicken.
1, 2, 3. We're in.
We're in hack time.
Yes,
Quite literally, he is gonna hack here.
indeed.
Yes, a Wurlitzer 700. I can splice into this easy.
Just as long as you're enjoying yourself. That's the important
Don't say
Aside
that.
from a
Only
few
bad
tips,
things can
folks,
happen
that
if
bring
you
it
say it's
seems to
easy.
go pretty well.
thing. It's not over yet.
It's
Hacker
so
system wants to get
easy.
Out of here.
Oh, it'll be a snap.
Man,
extract
only bad things will
details
happen
of
if you say it.
Octavio's operation
It's
from
so
this
easy.
Mayo has a death wish.
Look at how easy this
The
is.
lay switch. Sorry, Sly. dinosaur has teeth. I'll hack it
Still
as best I
easy.
can. Watch my back, there are
What do you mean
surely
he's having
birds on the way.
issues? I almost
But he's-
failed here.
I failed on my playthrough on the PS emulator, but that's because I cared more about coins keeping him alive.
Honestly, same. Feels like they graphically enhanced this game a bit better than they did the second game.
Yeah, like I did notice some messy artifacts back there in the water area for this mission, but I also know that that's an issue on the PS2 version as well. Is when you're not playing the 3D version, because the colors are washed out for the 3D effect there. And they didn't fix it.
I'm almost got it.
and tired of that.
Whoa, that's like one more than usual.
So close.
I do think
So
though
easy.
the upgrade in quality from this to the PS2 version is quite substantial. They give everything looks I would argue a bit more comic-y here.
Which that is the intent. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Not to say that the original game didn't look like a comic book game.
Yeah, no, that was the intent there.
It did. Yeah, because it did. It's just this.
I guess the
looks much
aesthetic
more-
lives up to it a bit better here.
Yeah. This has the Wind Waker graphic style, in which this still looks like a really good game. In
Which yeah,
modern
like
day.
if you saw our Wind Waker LP a few years ago, you would know our opinions on that one. So, but if not, then yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah, the only downside about the Wii U version is it's too gosh darn bright. Sometimes.
Magic Panic. Yeah, I got that to happen again.
I didn't know Mayo was a magician.
You want to try a magic trick? Like, come back to this exact spot once you finish chapter 1. So just come back.
But there's a magic trick.
I'm not gonna say what it is. You're gonna have to do it for yourself. There is
it
a magic
glitch?
trick. It's a funny one. I don't know if I'd call it a glitch, but it's definitely not intended.
Okay. I guess. I can try
Oh,
that.
penny
right
pincher. You know, like just load up the PS2 emulator. Try it.
now. I'm going to. I want to see what this is. Let's see.
I'm not gonna say it for the sake of the video, but
Let's see.
you'll probably notice right away what I'm talking about. And the best part is, like, I think there's a sleepover at the end of the game with all the locations, and it's still. Okay, Octavia Snap, let's go.
Heads up, Sly. I've intercepted a radio message from one of Octavio's men. The Dawn is moving towards your position.
Great. You want me to take him?
No, we need evidence that he's behind
Dawn
the city's tar
Octavio.
epidemic.
Of course.
With some incriminating photos, we might be able to help the cops prosecute him and put an end to this nonsense.
Alright,
Not
I
about
need to
helping
see
out the
this.
cops.
Continue episode.
Really?
You need
always
to
seem
you
eager
need to
aid
see the
inside
magic
your
trick.
box.
Yeah, well, she's different. Your average.
Oh,
law
here's the other
enforcement
line we were talking about.
I don't know. Attractive. Hold on.
Average,
Here he comes.
average law enforcement agent isn't usually attractive. Yeah, okay, so pretty close.
Yeah,
to the set.
I do like that they're not even subtle, but honestly, at this point they're like, okay, we'll just go all out. Who cares?
Excellent. A few more of these and the cops will bury this guy.
Probably shouldn't
Follow
spend too
him.
much
He
playing.
might be headed for some more
game.
polluting.
What do I have? I already have 500 coins. I'm actually doing considerably better this time than I did before, and I'm not even really going out of my way too much for money. I did a little at first, but... Now I'm just pickpocketing anyone that happens to be along my way.
That's honestly what I started doing.
That guy had something, but I'm not risking it.
Alright, I'm almost at the magic trick spot.
He's at it again. Get a picture.
Oh, crap. Well, that's another fail.
Wait, that area isn't there anymore.
Keep looking.
At it again. Get a picture. That poor bird bath. I guess more of a bird death trap now. He's on the move again. Keep it up, Sly. This is some great work.
I should really be on rooftops again. I just haven't had a chance to move up.
Wait, I think I see what it is. I think
It's magic!
it is magic. What is this doing here?
It's so funny, too. It's even in the cutscene, too, so it's really funny.
It's pure magic, Mayo. I see what you mean, though. At least. Alright, I can save and quit. I have to save and quit now because I got a little extra coins.
Of course. That guard is scaring me. I really want to just take him out, but I can't.
Take him out.
Oh, can I
Take
get
him
your
out.
stuff?
Imagine clogging a delightful water wheel with deadly sticky tar. Monstrous. Keep on it.
Did
We
he
want to make
just
sure
say
all this horrible
monstrous?
polluting
Did he
is
just
Yes,
say
yes, he did.
monster?
Yes, he did.
No! Any monsters? Monsters don't exist, Mayo. You can't prove it. I think mayonnaise exists, though.
Well, of course, it's an instrument.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Okay, now there's another magic trick for you if you were watching.
Yeah, I saw a magic trick. It's a very magical game.
It is, absolutely, very magical.
Who would have thought that this game would evoke so much magic?
He seems to be working a switch, but
So I'll tell
there's
you.
no tar anywhere. Get,
Not even I knew.
get a photo anyway.
Whoa,
He's doing something.
were you given permission to take photos?
No, of course not.
Oh.
We are criminals all around
I
today.
can't believe it. He
I mean,
flooded that aquarium with
yeah.
tar. All those
Yeah?
dead fish.
You're not wrong.
I need to see what heinous crime this fiend will do next.
Though to be fair, right now you are helping the police.
Someday the people
Sort
will
of.
know the truth due to
Kind
your
of.
pictures.
I mean, if you really want to tell me, you just tackle him now and be done with it.
Yeah, but we're trying to convince Murray.
You're right, we have to convince the Murray.
The Murray must return.
Okay, Samir, get that engineer on the horn.
Sly, see if you can latch onto the car Octavio is riding in. We should
It's
eavesdrop on
me,
his phone
the
conversation.
Murray.
From the look on
The
his
Murray?
face, it seems important.
Yes. Who do you think would win a fight, the Murray or the Murray?
I mean, you're asking the real questions now. The Murray.
Yep, I agree.
Convenient how the one he jumps in is the only that has something to latch onto.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that, and I was like, that's a little weird.
Good idea. She's a pumping the tar fast. Nobody suspects a thing. But still, is gonna be
He's the
enough getting
best.
ready for my
I
operation.
love Octavio.
Well, when the people come
As
to see
I
us,
never
they
really
know
had
the
major
show.
issues with the film from Sly 2, but Dimitri's side, I think I would rank Octavio over everyone from that
One way
game.
or the other, there be opera fans again. Hey,
And he's a one-off.
hey.
Is it because he's awesome?
But to be fair, all the villains in this game are one-offs. Unless you count Dr. M. He's kind of not, sort of.
Look
You know who
away,
isn't
if
a
you
one-off?
must. You're about to witness
Me.
the dark side of electrical engineering. Kill a bunch
I'm a
of
two-off.
poor innocent fish, will
After this part, I won't appear again. That's the next magic trick.
Oh boy!
Magic all around in this part. It all started with Bentley.
Okay, so that guard is just straight up dead. Not even
Oh.
subtle about it.
Yeah. That's something I noticed in this game too, is
So, according to these decrypted files, Octavio is pumping tar from underneath the foundations of buildings so he can sink them into the canals on a whim. He's going to demonstrate this destructive ability to the people of Venice during his opera recital on the first day of Carnival. To counter this threat, we'll first destroy the balloons and sign advertising the recital. If no one shows up, he'll have no reason to sink a building. Next, the blueprints to the main tar vacuum have been cleverly split into 3 parts and hidden in local coffee houses owned by Octavia. Unfortunately, they're under constant guard, so you'll need to use a disguise to get us inside. Also, some big Vincenetti goons have been called in as insurance for the recital. Given their size, I think it's prudent to fool Carmelita's 8 mercenaries into taking them out for us. And finally, we'll have to convince Murray into taking to the field. If he's learned the aboriginal ball form, it'll be just the thing for destroying the local tar reservoirs.
Alright, so that is going to be it for this video. Next time we're going to do day 2 stuff. What can we buy? Well, that's an easy buy. Definitely getting Adrenaline Burst.
woo!
I'll probably end up getting Push Attack once I can afford it.
I highly
don't really
recommend
care too much about the
getting-
other 3.
I highly recommend getting Knockout Dive. It's actually been really nice for me too, personally.
It's
Um,
not useless, it's just situational.
it's
the issue
just
I have with
it's
it.
kind of helped me because
The
it knocks
combat dodge
people
is
out
still
more
as
with it.
useless now as it was in the second game, so no, don't waste
Yeah,
your money.
I don't even buy. I mean, yes, buy it because you're gonna
Buy
need
it for the
but
sake
you
of
can-
completion, but that's it. Like,
you could literally just.
if
hold
you're in a
off on buying
situation
it.
where you need combat dodge, you're better off using one of the other abilities instead.
Look, I try to use it. It's not good.
Like, you're better off just using the abilities that let you run away, okay? That's the point of the game anyway.
You're better off just running away. Full stop. Well, we'll see you guys next part where we do the second day because yeah, they split. They do actually split the game in by days instead of just by the cutscenes themselves. So.
Yep. See
And
y'all
thank you all
then.
for
Goodbye.
watching.
All toasters toast toast.
And chicken tenders are in your diet today.